Some folks have to go away, no matter what you say. Harry thinks he should. Hop a ride on the northern state, and you're gone for good. 'Cause you're taking your gray car to the Nassau County line. You're in a newsday state of mind.
Management style. He's basically straightforward, and he just tells you what he wants done.
Very high standards.
Very good leader, good leader.
Some of the things I got to do for Bob Brennan, one time I had to go get his watch. I didn't like that.
No, I haven't heard any stories.
It's intense.
A little bit involved, a little bit too involved.
Probably a cross between Saddam Hussein and Gaddafi.
Bob has a style of those two gentlemen that has led him to such a successful turn of events here at New York Newsday.
Bob's a maniac.
Bob likes to start fires and debates, and I would say he's a very feisty character.
And his management style, excellent compliment to the very soft and generous and warm style of Fred Bellisi.
The guy's the most argumentative guy I've ever met in my whole life. His father told me this.
That you were the greatest rep.
He's a sarcastic SOB.
See New York and it's come so far since you and Fred have been running things. His own manager meetings could make Sparky scream. But it's Nassau you're receiving, and God knows what you'll find. You're in a newsday state of mind.
Marathons, definitely. It must run about 5 or 6 of these a year. He's always, I guess, chasing after people. You know?
One good thing about him, every time he asks me to go to the store for him, he always buys me breakfast.
Pretty nice guy as far as I know.
He definitely challenges you in ways I never thought possible.
Oh, he's an ace at sarcasm.
Bob's meetings, when he decides, before we start the meeting, he's already decided how the meeting's going to end up. And he's already coached everybody around to decide exactly what everybody's going to agree to.
Egotistical, obnoxious, something that John Letty, I blame John Letty for it all because he should have took care of him in, I believe it was 1970, 1971 when he first started working for him at the Long Island Press.
Lifetime at the Long Island Press. Hold a buck and keep it in the company's pocket.
It looks like you're going to be skiing down another mountain. And I haven't even gotten my skis yet.
Together being managers in Bayside and Douglaston, back with the Post a few years ago. And Bob didn't want to get up in the morning to deliver his papers. So Bob ordered me, as a fellow district manager, to pick up the Post and go to his house every morning. And every morning I had to put 5 bundles of New York Post in his car. And he even gave me the car key.
Meetings are a lot of fun, particularly the ones after he's wrecked his Taurus once or twice.
I kind of think that as Bob approaches his 40th birthday, he's looking to retire somewhere. And I kind of think that the green pastures of Long Island are starting to appeal to the older man.
I admire very much his tenacity. I admire very much his integrity. And I also admire his not only very deep commitment to people, but to the task at hand.
May I never forget you.
He continues to go at you, becomes a haunt at times.
Salute you ever.
He never lets you alone, never gives you a break.
So I raise my glass in the air.
When things aren't going right, if something doesn't look just perfect like Rob Boy would want it, he'll beat me up for it.
And I say, Bob,
Day in and day out he does this.
here's to you.
It was so easy doing day to day from your desk and in the field too. But now the only time you'll be at the queue is to testify about the daily news.
Bob
He's done an awful lot of good things for us, like,
First and foremost, what is the difference between a lob and a lackey? Nobody's ever answered that question for me.
Really enjoyed working with him. One thing I gotta tell Bob, in Brooklyn, you always had an ear when nobody listened to us. I felt I was out alone, and you always came out and listened to us. That's one thing I really, really appreciate.
Bobby works out really well in Melville because he's a really good guy. He always helped me out. He got me my full-time job and everything else.
Wish him the best in the future. And
I've had a lot of fun. I don't know if he's had as much fun with me, but I've had a lot of fun with him.
I really, truly am going to miss working with him, yes.
Have a great time in Melville, and we'll definitely miss your meetings. I'm sure they'll enjoy them.
That's what it's all about, keeping someone challenged. And it's been a challenge working for Bob.
Bob has shown quite a bit of style with his staff, and I really enjoyed my year and a half on the work release program from Long Island here. And
Bend with the turns, keep your poles ready, and cut your blades into success in Nassau. Good luck.
I really wish him a lot of luck in Nassau County, and tell him to wear a flak suit.
How many hawkers did we really have out for St. Patty's Day, and what was the real sale? Nobody knows the answer to this.
No beating around the bush. Just tell it like it is and do it the right way.
Well, now I'll be the only red-headed, left-handed guy with a beard in Kew Garden, so there's my one strike for uniqueness.
Who really was in charge of single copy all those years? Who really was in charge?
A fine guy who's got an outstanding career at Newsday. Just keep doing what you're doing, Bob, and the chair's getting warm.
I have no idea. They probably need a pain-in-the-ass, red-bearded Irishman out there.
He's done a lot for me. Well, Bob.
I've worked in this business for 17 years, and you know who my number one man is. And I have to say this. You fall one notch below that man.
Bob has been very instrumental in my growth in this business. He's a true friend. He's my homeboy. He's done a hell of a lot for me. He showed me a lot of different ways of doing things. And I'm truly going to miss him, and I hope to continue to be his good friend.
God bless you, and I love you.
When Bob leaves to go to Long Island, part of me will go with Bob. And I hope that in the future, that when Bob is fortunate to have an assistant, I hope he's just 50% of what Bob is. And Bob, I love you, God bless you, and I expect big numbers in Nassau County.
Nassau's your reality, and to all New York you can say goodbye. Forget about Benson Hayes, you're not in Bayside. Thanks for all that you've done, from those you left behind. You're in a Newsday state of mind. Oh, you're taking your gray car to the Nassau County line. 'Cause I'm in a Newsday state of mind. Yeah.
And now the end is near, and so I face the final curtain. My boss has made it clear Mr. Walt's case was not uncertain. My job, it took me west. I went to Queens and took the Parkway. But now my mail goes east to Nassau Monday. Regrets, I've had a few. Code 51's is one I'll mention. I looked at what zones do, and then I'd say, let me ask you a question. I've held of New York's course, been bugged by Carmel each and every day, and my reward for this is Nassau Monday. Yes, there were times when I turned blue, fighting with Praz and Richie too, and then the days when I had doubt and George's forecast would blow us out. Survived it all, and now I'll go to Nassau Monday. I've seen the phone room die. In Faxon's room, I kept on losing. Priola, Pfeffer, and Dick, I find them all so amusing. To think that with all that still one day I'd get promoted anyway. Pack up and head out east to Nassau Monday. Although I'm the boss, what have I got? Assistants no, an office not. This is the move that Harry feels is best for all. So I'll drop my appeals. The sun will rise, and so must I in Nassau Monday.
Bottom line is he's going to hem and haw.
I can see
He's
it
gonna
again.
say, right? He's going to say tennis, good, good. Hollis, great. Baseball in there, the jogging.
Almost.
But, let me ask you something, he's going to say, right? Let me ask you something. What about the skiing? Wasn't quite
Almost.
perfect.
But
right?
Richie, all in all, good tape. I'm not saying the tape's not good.
No. And then he's going to probably get into, I figured, you and Andy hooking up with Dan.
Right.
I figured it just couldn't
Wasn't
be quite,
sure if I
quite
wanted
right.
that to happen.
Couldn't be quite right, right?
But it's a good tape.
Oh, it's a good
It's
tape.
a good
It's a good
tape,
tape.
though.
A lot of thought.
I'm
I
not saying
really
anything about the tape.
appreciate it.
Everything
I
all in all is
certainly-
appreciated.
Right,
So
I
far be it
absolutely
from me to
appreciate it.
criticize, because that's not the way I do business.
Not the way he does business. Oh, no. Wait till
You're not gonna
Nassau
see.
finds out. So I think he'll appreciate
Their
it.
worst nightmare. Their worst nightmare.